Hess law of constant heat summation. So we are going to use this law to calculate lattice energy or some of the reactant intermediates enthalpy formation. Okay. Now we can see this rule is a consequence of the first law of thermodynamics and can be stated as the heat absorbed or evolved in a given chemical reaction is the same whether the process is occurs one step or multi steps. So you can see here very simple. Suppose A gives rise to B in this process some energy releases. That's I am assuming delta H1. Assume its value is 50 joules. Next,
Second, can
B gives rise C. Just let be that one. We can understand everything. Delta H2. In this process, assume that one 20 joules energy releases. Then C gives rise to D. This process delta H3. Assume that one this is 30 joules of energy. Got it? Suppose this is the multi-steps reaction occurs A to D finally. But if reaction occurs one step also A to D, I will get delta H, that's nothing but 100 joules only. If reaction occur one step or multi-steps, but total energy change will be same. That is the meaning of that one. If you want, you can see I am going to be add these reactions. By adding what we will get here, B will be cancelled, which is opposite to how to cancel. C will be cancelled. Finally, we will get A to D, and that process A to D finally, that's I'm going to calculate delta H equal to, we are adding all the reaction means delta H values you have to add. Delta H1 plus delta H2 plus delta H3. So what will get finally? 50 plus 20 plus
100
30,
joules.
100 joules. So what's the meaning that one? If reaction occurs one step or multi-step,
So,
yes,
so then can we say it's a state function?
yeah, you can say. Anyway, enthalpy state function only, na, finally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, correct. So that occurs one step or multi steps, but total energy change remains constant. That is the Hess law. By using this basic principle, we are going to be calculate lattice energy, okay, and different reaction intermediates enthalpies. So I think so some conclusions also they given here. The heat of formation of a compound is independent of the manner of formation, means which we are getting which process, that doesn't matter for this. The heat of reaction independent of the time consumed, so it will take 1 hour or 2 hours, but ultimate energy change is going to be same. Got it? Next, enthalpy of the reaction you can write H product minus H reactant. So we can see here applications. Even we can prove that one. This very classical example in terms of carbon monoxide. We can say applications. We may can say that is applications also. So one we can see here they given carbon dioxide formation C plus O2 gives rise CO2. This is gas state, gas, and this is solid. And they given it formation delta H value is minus 94.0 kilocalorie. This is the value they given. Got it? And they given another method. This is one step we got it. This is you can assume delta H. But they given step by step here. C solid plus half O2 gives rise CO. Got it? This is delta G. So this value they given here CO formation minus 26 kilocalorie and CO plus half O2 again given CO2 formation is anyway gas state. Here they given this is minus 68 kilocalorie per mole. This is minus 26 and 68. So you can add these two steps energy, how much you'll get finally. By adding these reactions, I can cancel CO to CO, CO1 CO, then you'll get plus half O2 plus half O2, nothing but 1 O2 gives rise CO2. So what's the value finally we are getting? We have to add now, this is minus 26 and 68. How much will you get finally?
Sir, 94.
Yes, 94 minus. So reaction occurs one step or multi steps, but total value is change same only, no? This occurs one step, I got this much energy, but same reaction they done two steps. Then final energy got how much? Same or not? Things you understood.
Yes, it's same.
This is the Hess law. But here, what is the application you can get it? You can see here. Suppose they given delta H for, sorry, first step they given CO2 formation, and one of these two steps they will give any one step, and third step they can ask. Out of total three steps here, any two steps they will provide, and third step energy formation they can ask. So intermediate steps formation energies we can calculate by using Hess law. Suppose for example they given CO2 formation direct value, and they given here X value. Got it? X kilocalorie. Then they given final also. We can calculate now this X value.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So these are the intermediate steps. Intermediates formation energy also you can calculate by using this is the one of the application.